Hello folks, and welcome back to episode 23 of Loomian Legacy. Well, back once again, and this time we're going to be going around to the Atlantean Museum. But before we begin, we're going to go try and have our luck at the lucky wheel. Yes, this time round we will definitely be very lucky, surely. There's no other way, surely. Please, okay, something other than the wheel, than the actual wheel just itself. I want something different. Alright, let's see. Alright, we'll take the Coliseum points. Hell yeah, very nice. Alright, so we got something different. At least the Coliseum points are nice to have. It'll be useful for the moves and everything else as well. Other than that, hopefully there won't be any popping sounds. We'll see how we go. I've got a new XLR cable, so this will be the test stream for that. Hopefully that works out well, but without further ado, let us move our way over to the Atlantean Museum. Hey, EvnSparks is here now. Great, everyone's finally here. We almost got lost on our way here. Oh, EvnSparks, did you get those tickets for the battle theater? Indeed. Awesome, thank you. Sweet, are we all ready to go tour the Atlantean Museum? Almost. Let's discuss what we learned while we were split up first. Let's start with Lucy. Well, I met up with my aunt in Atlantean Park and asked her some questions. She hasn't noticed anything peculiar around town though. Well, I guess that's good for the city's sake, but not great news for us. What about you, Lucas? Were you able to learn anything? Well, the truth is I kind of procrastinated our whole detective thing. Yeah, no, you got sick. I'm eating too much. I figured it could wait until after I finished eating, but once I finished my meal, I felt awful and had to rest. Who didn't see that one coming? It's okay, Lucas. Don't beat yourself up over it. If he keeps doing that, Jake, it's probably the time to give him a reprimand. Anyways, Mabel and I talked to several people at Variable Design before we did our shopping. Unfortunately, we didn't learn anything noteworthy. There was this one lady who told us about how her husband lost their fortune to a himba with an unyielding poker face. Okay, that was probably the most useful lesson I learned today. Oh dear. So not much was discovered by the group, it appears. So it seems that there's nothing out of the ordinary going on in Atlantean City. If a piece of the stone tablet had come here, there would be signs of the corruption which inevitably flows. The folks around here would definitely notice that people and Loomians were acting violently for no reason. This is a pretty big city. We shouldn't give up just yet. That is true. We still got the museum and battle theater. Maybe we'll find a clue in one of those. Besides, didn't EvnSparks' dad mention that we might gain additional insight from this museum tour? What do you think he wanted us to see here anyways? I say we head inside and find out. Yeah, let's go. Alright, Atlantean Museum. Wonder what will be here. I highly expect we're gonna get into some Loomian battles, but we'll see how we go. But yeah, ooh, look at this place. It is big. Hey, and there's our parents. Surprised to see us, champ. Your mother and I decided to come down and see you and your friends ourselves. It's good to finally get to meet you all in person. This is a nice surprise. Weren't expecting to see you here. This is awesome. We get to meet your parents, EvnSparks. Oh gosh. We figured it would be great and a nice change of pace for us to get out since we're usually stuck at the lab. My wife was also really worried about how EvnSparks is doing and wanted to catch up in person. Oh sweetie, your father and I have missed you very much. So we're really impressed with how well you've handled yourself since you embarked on your adventure. Between your success at preventing further spread of the stones, corruption, and your victories over battle theater challenges, we couldn't be more proud. No. I knew letting you venture out on your own would be just fine. That's right, you definitely take after your mother and I. You know from all the stories we've told you that we lived full lives of adventure when we were about your age. That's how your father and I met after all. We have had a love for adventure and discovery, which led us to our greatest discovery of all, our love for each other. Oh, my heart is melting right now. Haha. Speaking of discovery, I have something to share with you. As soon as we get here, I got met with my old friend and colleague, Benjamin. Explain what we've been up to. He allowed us to utilize a spare room in the museum to set up our equipment. Within half an hour, we picked up a signal from a piece of the tablet. We were able to confirm that it is somewhere in Atlantean City. It's an Atlantean City. Oh, sorry, it's an Atlantean City? Like, inside the dome? Yes, according to our readings. We actually spent some time exploring the city before coming here, and we found no evidence of corruption. True. If we were here, wouldn't there be signs of people or Loomians acting crazy? That is something that has concerned me too. The people and Loomians in Atlantean City appear to be unaffected. I'm concerned that somebody could be keeping it hidden, similar to what happened in Saffron City. I see. That is troubling to consider. What should we do then? Our equipment has not yet triangulated the signal to a precise location. I'll need some time to do a little more calibration before I can better determine its position within the city. However, I'm certain it is here. Anyways, there is something else I would like you all to see while you are here. When we got here, Benjamin gave us a quick tour of the museum. They have something on display that I think might be related to our lost stone tablet. Let me go and get Benjamin, and we'll have him give us all the tour, and he can show you what he's found. Wait, I'm confused. Does he mean that they have something here at the museum that is related to the stone tablet that has caused all the corruption? Jeez, that was a long sentence. That's what it sounded like. I wonder what it could be. Oh, it's Benjamin. Bit more of a lab coat kind of guy, but yeah, it works. Everyone, this is Benjamin, one of my oldest friends. Well now, this must be EvnSparks. The last time I saw you, you were still learning to walk. Time sure has flown by since then. I'm a Loomian archaeologist and researcher. Ever since the discovery of the ruined lost city just outside of Atlantean city, I've devoted most of my time to studying it and its people. We've learned a lot about the history of the world that has once been lost to time. And yet, there are still so many hidden secrets and mysteries woven throughout our discoveries. Your parents may have helped me fill in some of those gaps in the short time since you've arrived. That's what I wanted to show them while they were all here. Ben, would you be willing to give them the same tour that you gave us earlier? No problems at all. Sharing my work is my favorite thing to do after all. If you will all follow me, we'll get started right away. Alrighty, take a look at the museum. Alright, we'll start here first. This area will help familiarize you with what we've been calling the Lost City. Ooh, okay. There's rare Loomians in there, perhaps? Ooh. Prior to the discovery of the Lost City, the oldest records we had of mankind were those which are archived at the pagoda, just outside of Haywire Village. The inhabitants of the Lost City predate those records by thousands of years. Behind me is a visual concept of what part of the ancient city may have looked like, based on what few artifacts remained of their architecture. So you discovered bits and pieces of this ancient civilization, correct? Somewhere out in the ocean, there must be more complete remains of the Lost City. However, it's been quite a difficult search. Some area of the sea around Atlantean City. The problem lies with the rough terrain. There are an unnatural number of trenches and conduits that branch out great distances in all directions. So you think that parts of the Lost City could have been swallowed up by these channels in the ocean bed? That is exactly my theory. Nothing else really seems to make sense. Where else could an entire city have gone? So it's like been buried by like the ocean pretty much and the sand. Alright, how did the Lost City end up in the ocean in the first place? That is another mystery that I hope to solve in time. So what does the Lost City in the ocean have to do with our search for chunks of the stone tablet? Mabel, don't be rude, let him finish. Oh, sorry. Haha, no worries. I'm glad you asked actually. If you follow me over here, I'll show you our main attraction. Main attraction, oh! So this is the tablet? Well, it looks like another tablet. Whoa, it's a big rock, you don't say, Lucas. It's more than a rock. You big goof, there's writing all over it. This is a part of what I wanted everyone to see. This tablet is very similar in many aspects to the corrupted ones we've been trying to gather and reassemble. For starters, the language on this tablet is the same as what was written on Mittis Towns before it disappeared. The stone material is also very similar in nature. However, it does not seem to possess any corruptive energy. I was quite shocked when I found out something like this was on display. Something like this was on display here. I only wish I had heard about it sooner. Just a few months ago, we discovered that this tablet in an ocean trench not far from Atlantean City. They do have submarines. I was going to ask how they could have gotten this stuff, but they do have submarines. That makes sense. It was surrounded by a series of murals that illustrate the ancient history of our planet and the Lost City. They are preserved remarkably well for being underwater for so long. After weeks of poring over the murals, we have discerned that their meaning to our best ability. Now take a journey through ancient history with me as we look upon these murals. Ooh, cutscene. Okay. The first murals depicts a great light which descends upon a desolate rock in space. The desolate rock represents our planet, before any life existed thereon. The great light represents a vessel carrying the original soul crystal, known as the Soul Heart. Some theories suggest that the Great Light is nothing more than a large meteor which crushed into the Earth. However, the tablet refers to the vessel carrying the Soul Heart as Levinos, and suggests it may have actually been an ancient creature from another world. The Soul Heart was embedded into the Earth, and a network of soul crystals grew throughout the entire planet. This gave Levinos, again, that is a very, very big word, the power to fill the globe with life, crafting a habitable sphere to be home for its other creations. Both humans and Loomians were then created to live in harmony and to build a perfect utopia. Under the direction of Levinos, humans learned to harness the power of the Soul Crystal Network to build Levinos' kingdom. Together, they forged a thriving kingdom of wondrous architecture and technology. Unfortunately, their prosperity did not last forever. Ooh. One day, a foul, dreadful creature appeared on the Earth and threatened all life thereon. It's giving me Hooper vibes. Ooh, Hoopla? Was it Hooper or Hoopla? I forget. It is described as being of two parts: infectious corruption and insatiable hunger. This earned it the name Akuari, meaning the end of human. Oh gosh, okay. Just calamity, okay. Akuari fed on the planet's soul crystal veins, absorbing its power. Akuari used this power to infect anything in its wake with a disease that corrupted the mind, turning humans and Loomians violent against one another. Festering on soul crystals will leave the area as lifeless and desolate as it had been before Levinos appeared. Eventually, all that remained of the soul crystals was the soul heart, which Levinos personally protected. This led to a fight of titanic proportions. In the end, Levinos knew it could not conquer Akuari. Using the power of the soul heart, Levinos unleashed an attack that left both it and Akuari mortally wounded. The few humans which survived this calamity found the incapacitated remains of Levinos and Akuari. They managed to transplant Akuari's power into a depleted soul crystal and moved it somewhere far away. Levinos buried deep within the earth, where it is said it will slumber for eternity, wounded by its great battle. The remaining humans rebuilt the fallen kingdom using the soul heart as they were once instructed by Levinos. However, without guidance from Levinos, they were left to their own devices. This is all that is recorded upon Levinos' tablet and the accompanying murals. That is the history of the Lost City. Okay, so the Soul Crystal has a power, and then there's Levinos, the Light Loomian, I'm guessing at this point, and then the Akuari, the Dark Loomian. So Akuari is probably the one that's doing the corrupted tablets. So wait, the corrupted tablets we've been searching for is a tablet that contains Akuari's power. That's precisely the same thought I had after learning all of this. I'm really certain that they are one and the same. So the tablet we're searching for contains the same power that almost destroyed the world. Oh yeah, that's concerning. I suddenly don't feel so good. No. Oh no, that's foreshadowing, Mabel. Don't say that. Oh gosh. There is an evil person in this city. Keep in mind that this is just an ancient legend recorded on stone. It could be exaggerated or even made up. That may be true to some extent, but from what we've seen, the tablet really does possess the power to corrupt the mind. So we're chasing after the remains of an evil soul crystal devouring power from a devastating clash between two alien creatures that are like thousands of years old. That sounds pretty cool, not gonna lie. Lucas! Not cool, bro. just not cool, man. Just not cool. The situation is pretty serious. It is true. Lucas is... He sees the lighter side of things, though. That's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. We need someone like that to light up the mood. That was a bit... it's very dark. The story also mentions that the ancient people of the Lost City tried rebuilding their civilization using the Soul Heart. What happened to them after that? That has been the primary focus of my work for some time now. It seems that no other records of theirs have survived the ages. Somehow the kingdom was swallowed up by the ocean, but it's unclear whether that happened before or after they met their demise. Alright, thank you Ben for sharing all of this with us. No problem at all. And thank you all for that you have brought to the table. Jeez. Before you came along, it was quite easy for me to think all of this was nothing more than a legend. You have renewed my motivation to conduct research on this topic. Now we know the origins of the threat that we are fighting against. If only we knew what caused the tablet to break apart and fly away. Now that we're back in contact, I will share my further discoveries in relation to these events. I appreciate it. We'll share what information we find as well. Which reminds me, I need to continue my search for that tablet piece in the city. As I mentioned earlier, it's going to take a little more time. Is there anything you kids can do while you wait for me to finish? There are no more tours today. You're welcome to stay and explore the museum as long as you wish. Thanks for the offer. We actually had plans to go watch EvnSparks tackle the Battle Theater challenge while we were in town. We've already got tickets. Oh, that sounds like a wonderful idea. Would it be alright if I tagged along? I'd love to see how far EvnSparks has come since we battled at the laboratory. That is true, actually, we did battle our parents at the laboratory. We'd love to have you come along with us. That's a great idea. I'll catch the battle on TV while I continue to locate the nearby chunks of Akuari's tablet. Oh my gosh, the big names is crazy. It's a good name though, Levanos and Akuari. That's really cool sounding, I like it. I'm excited to see what those Loomians will look like. Alright, let's head back to the battle theater then. See you day, EvnSparks. Good luck, Chairman, have fun. Alrighty. So, it looks like it is a battle theater time, so we're gonna probably save that for next episode then. For the meantime, I'm gonna explore the rest of the museum, see if we can like find any like cool things. Ah! That is neat. So it's like they're putting fan up in the museum as well. Oh, that's so cool. Damn. That's you. That's you, Valkyrie. Let's go. It looks so cool. Actually, imagine white and like just like a black sort of like fur coat. Oh, that looks so good. Okay, yeah, no, that's hype. That would be cool if that was like the shiny version of you, Valkyrie. That'd be great. Man, Valkyrie, yeah. One of the cooler ones, I say. You chose the right one. Aren't you? Aren't you cool, buddy? There we go. Ecstatic. See? Exactly. You agree. Alright, who's this guy? These paintings were all procured from talented artists within the community. Each one depicts a different Loomian trainer with their favorite Loomian. Oh, that's cool. Oh no! Get him out of the lava! No! That's really cool. I always notice new details in these paintings when I visit the museum. I like to imagine what each of the artists like most about their favorite Loomians. Alrighty, let's see what else is around here. So we got some like plants on this side. Is this like a reception desk? Interesting. Oh, I can't talk to them yet, so I guess that's like a future talk discussion. Okay, so this is... I'm guessing we're going to be going in here at some point as well. So like a mural of like the ancient Loomians as well we can get in that submarine as well. That's really cool. Oh, that looks really... So that's what that little bird transformed into, like a phoenix? Oh, okay, alright. And this like Loomian here as well goes... Alright, well, it's time for me to consider training up this Loomian here, because that looks really, really cool. And we got some Loomians here as well. Oh, so our Zelio that we're training up will transform into this guy. And then the other sort of dinosaur-looking one will transform into this. That's really cool. I like how that works. Oh, lore on the capture disc. Okay, Loomian Watch. So early models of the Loomian Watch featured a much more limited set of capabilities compared to today's models. Among these features were the ability to tell time and transmit one's voice through the air via radio signals. When the developers of the Loomian Watch successfully infused the watch's power with elements harnessed from a soul crystal using a patented manufacturing process, of course, patented, the capabilities of this small piece of wearable technology became virtually limitless. Ooh. So okay, the capture disc. The capture disc inventor claims to have witnessed as a child a strange hovering dish, which used a mysterious being to lift a mood tune from their family farm. Moments later, the hovering disc returned the mood tune to precisely the same place where it was taken. Okay, so just referencing aliens out of nowhere, sure. The first capture disc dubbed the saucer was in... That's such a very unsubtle nod to the fact that it is based on the alien dish. UFOs anyways, was a production for only a brief time before version 2.0 was released. Capture disc version 2.0 is a model most commonly used today, and was released as open source hardware. This led to the creation of other disc variations. Okay, that's actually a really cool lore explaining why there's so many. Today there are regulations placed on the manufacturing and sales of capture discs to ensure that they meet certain quality standards for the health and safety of the Loomians. Ooh. Got like a reference to like the early models that were used. That's cool. So it's like just like what they first designed it as, and they kind of developed the Loomian disc that we have today. Neat. Well, what is this? All right, let's ask. These weird symbols were found at the bottom of a lake. I wonder who made them and what they were used for. Could be like an early version of Loomian disc, perhaps? Interesting. Alrighty. So we're probably gonna leave it there. We're gonna do some training for the next battle theaters. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do for like the guide for this battle theater as well is I'm probably just gonna do it afterwards. It's essentially the same thing, but at least it'll be more informed. So that would be a way I'm thinking about doing it this time around. So we're gonna do it that way. But otherwise, thank you all for watching. We've advanced story and we got a bit of lore, which is really, really good. I'm liking that sort of added addition to the story now as well. So looking forward to see what's going to happen after the Battle Theater challenge, perhaps. But the Battle Theater, let's get it going. It's going to go for our 4th Battle Theater. Let's go. Otherwise, thank you all for watching. Please do leave a like and subscribe to show your support. And otherwise, I'll see you next time. Have a good day, folks. Goodbye.